All right. We're going to start off with like not some good news, okay? Holiday winter storm is fucking eviscerating areas that are even used to experiencing awful winter storms. Like Buffalo, New York, nearly 50 people have died, okay? And that's, for the record, that's your fault, Cardi fans, okay? You did this somehow. I'm linking it back to you, okay? Good job.
The cold Christmas storm bringing heavy snow, strong winds, and brutal temperatures. New England's deep freeze seeing its coldest Christmas Eve high temps since 1975. New Jersey had its coldest day Friday in nearly 4 years. Central Park's high just 15 degrees. And this morning, Buffalo still reeling from a historic blizzard.
It is devastating. It is going to a war zone.
Overnight, Western New York's death toll climbing. Nationwide, now nearly 50 deaths blamed on the past week's winter weather.
GTI chatter says my Volkswagen GTI is absolutely crushing this Buffalo snow. No, it's not, bro. No, it's not. It's not. Nobody is.
Some were found in cars and some were found actually on the street in snowbanks.
New York's governor deploying 400 members of the National Guard, saying state police have been involved with over 500 rescues, even helping deliver a baby. First responders also needing help.
When we're supposed to be celebrating all the joys of the holiday season, there are people that will be making arrangements for funerals for family members.
But Christmas in Buffalo did come with some unexpected holiday hope. Alex and Andrea Campagna say on Friday a bus full of Korean tourists heading for Niagara Falls got stuck outside their Buffalo area home.
So I said, come on in, everybody, because you're going to be here for a while.
Without hesitating, the couple welcomed 10 strangers in for 2 nights, sharing homemade Korean food and the Bills game with new friends.
You two might have saved those people's lives. What do you think of that?
I feel very grateful that we were able to help them because it could have been a very terrible outcome. And I feel like we made 10 extra family members.
Meanwhile, the Bills themselves posting about trouble digging out when they got back from Chicago.
Now, millions waking up to another frigid day as the Northwest braces for more heavy rain, ice, and mountain snow.
And officials still want people off the roads in Buffalo so that first responders can get to the people stranded and needing help. And how
I love that, like, people look at this and go, people, brilliant people, you know, the people's intellectual titans like Jordan Peterson, look at this shit and basically go, oh, yeah? Well, what about that global warming? Am I right? And it's like, dude, are you fucking insane? Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, that's a crazy thing to derive out of this. You're literally pointing to global warming and a consequence of global warming or climate change, whatever you want to call it, okay? And saying it doesn't exist because, you know, it's not literally just warming the globe. Where the fuck is it? I saw his retweet. I can't find it now. God damn it. Going through his timeline to find it. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. Are you talking about the tweet where he cited an article of a bunch of climate scientists claiming global warming isn't real? No, I'm not talking about this. There was like record low temperatures. There were it was an article about like record low temperatures, and he basically looked at that and quote tweeted it and said, "Ha, guess what? Global warming, right? Not real." It was insane. Like, yeah. Oh, this. More global warming. Oops. Climate change. Like, oh, that's a oopsie. A once in a generation winter storm. Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you, dude. Your assessment is literally like dumb guys. Dumb guys look at this and say this, okay? You just described one of the consequences of anthropogenic climate change, okay? Erratic weather patterns and extreme weather conditions like previously unseen, okay? Previously not experienced in the past 100 years. And you went, ha, got him. Like, this guy's supposed to be a scientist, bro. That's crazy. It's so easily fucking destroyed, too. Toby, it's climate change, not global warming. Colder is change, too. Follow the science, mate. It's like, yeah, no, literally. You're so fucking stupid. You're so fucking dumb, dude. Why are you like this? Why are people like this? I don't get it. Up yours, woke moralists.
About that amazing couple, they tell me that the real heroes, Peter, are those first responders working round the clock to make those rescues. But certainly they were doing their part, bringing 10 strangers in for 2 nights, feeding them, keeping them warm, and keeping them safe in that brutal storm, Peter.
Yeah, that family demonstrating a little bit of their own Buffalo warmth. Jesse Kirsch, we appreciate it. Jesse, thanks.
Hey, thanks for watching.
It's just wild to look at this and fucking try to do like climate change denial. I don't know. Like, insane. Insane to look at like once in a lifetime climate, once in a lifetime like climate change caused weather conditions and go, well, clearly global warming is fake. Lol, because it gets cold. Meanwhile, like, so what happens in the summer then? When it's like extremely hot, does Jordan Peterson just shut the fuck up? When like Arizona hits like 120 degrees for the first time in years, when Texas hits like 120 degrees for the first time in years, when like you could just like leave a glass of water and it just like fucking boils outside, all of a sudden he's just, we don't hear from him, I guess, in that situation where he's like, oh, well, I didn't see it. It's so stupid, man.
Monster storm created Christmas weekend travel chaos with thousands of flights canceled due to the cold and the snow. Elwin Lopez is live at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta, which had the most cancellations and delays in the country. Elwin, good morning.
Hey, Gio, good morning. Many hoping to spend the holidays with family were instead celebrating at the airport, and many this morning still stranded trying to make their way home.
This morning, the holiday travel nightmare stranding tens of thousands of passengers.
I've been checking our phones nonstop.
That massive winter storm freezing festivity plans from coast to coast. Atlanta leading the way in scrapped flights on Christmas Day, with over 3,000 total U.S. cancellations and more than 6,500 delayed.
Originally supposed to take off at 10 a.m. this morning in Denver, and now it's 6 p.m. here.
The FAA expects operations to gradually recover, but for many families, the chaos in the skies meant spending the holidays alone.
For a Zoom Christmas party, that's plan B. So.
Alaska Airlines stating it will likely take multiple days to get those stranded to their destination.
All the flights are booked, so I'm still here waiting.
Buffalo's airport remains closed until Tuesday morning after more than 2 feet of snow and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts forced it to shut down for days. In Seattle, the wintry woes drew lines of marooned travelers on Christmas Eve. 3 runways shut down for more than 5 hours.
And guys, this has been the coldest Christmas in Georgia since 1989. Now, the good news is that temperatures are expected to climb. We could see up to 60 degrees on Thursday. And Mary, hopefully that warm up will help passengers who are still stranded.
Bit of welcome news there, Elwin. Thank you. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out.
Anyway, more power stations have been being attacked, by the way, which again is kind of like teetering on the edge of terrorism, kind of like I teeter on the edge of socialism, you know what I mean? Like, very strange things are happening at power stations in this country all the time now. And it's also weird because, like, the media usually covers it with, like, hey, it's like extremely targeted vandalism. And I feel like maybe it's not. It doesn't seem like it's just a little bit of vandalism. You know what I mean? It seems like, I don't know what is happening. Eco-terrorism? No, man, I don't think this is eco-terrorism. No, eco-terrorism is conducted on pipelines and shit, okay? With the express purpose of, well, it's not even done anymore. But back in the day, it used to be popping, okay? But eco-terrorism is when you target a fucking pipeline or you target the building of a new pipeline. You know what I mean? You don't just go to the fucking power grid. As a matter of fact, the power grids are not touched because no eco-terrorist is like trying to destroy civilization. They're not anarcho-primitivists. They don't want to make sure that hospitals don't have electricity. They want to stop new constructions from being built that relies on fossil fuel. Okay?
Overnight, 4 power substations in Washington state vandalized, including one found set ablaze overnight, knocking out power on Christmas. Zareen Shaw is following the latest developments. Zareen, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. Officials this morning are urgently searching for a suspect or suspects who vandalized 4 substations, creating a Christmas nightmare for 14,000 customers in Washington state yesterday, leaving people without power for much of the holiday. Officials
Kind of odd that they just keep saying just a brutal vandalization. Like, fuck you mean vandalized, dude? They didn't put graffiti on it. They didn't hit them with the... Yeah, they didn't hit him with the fucking, like, what do you call it? Whatchamacallit? They didn't hit him with the fucking tag. They didn't put, like, fucking, you know, Black Lives Matter... BLM rules, white people drool tag, you know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck right-wingers think, anarchists are doing all day, every day. No, they like blew it up or tried to stop it from operating. Domestic violent extremism and racially motivated extremists in the United States have been developing plans to attack the U.S. electric sector, according to an intelligence bulletin from the Department of Homeland Security. DVEs have developed credible specific plans to attack electricity infrastructure since at least 2020, identifying the electric grid as a particularly attractive target given its interdependency with other infrastructure sectors. This guy says, we've had really strong winds in Washington, so it's most likely just weather, to be honest. This motherfucker just did a must have been the wind. In real life, dude. You love seeing NPCs in the chat. He went, must have been the wind. In real life. There's bullet holes, motherfucker. What do you mean? Must have been the wind. Do you think the wind fucking blew away bullet holes into the fucking power grid? Oh, dude, that's awesome. Must have been the wind. I can't get over. Yeah, specifically in every Transformer. Yeah. Dude, you are like a 2008 video game NPC. If that's your analysis of the situation, dude. Also, it happened in North Carolina too. Like not that long ago, a couple months ago. What do you think happened there? Also strong winds, I guess, carrying bullets again?
At one of the
Wasn't it North Carolina? Where'd they do it again?
Find a fire that was set intentionally. At others, they say there was forced entry and equipment was vandalized, causing a power outage in the area.
Do investigators have any leads yet?
You know, right now it's unclear if this was a coordinated attack on the grid, but there were also multiple other recent attacks on power stations. 2 substations attacked in North Carolina just a few weeks ago that knocked out power for 100,000 residents, and 6 separate attacks on substations in Washington and Oregon in recent weeks, including on Thanksgiving Day. Now, even though we don't know what the motive was on those cases, the Department of Homeland Security warned earlier this year that domestic extremists could target the power grid. Mary?
Lots of questions there, Zareen. Thank you.
Organized wins, boys. That's what happened, I think. I hate it when those organized wins get together and and blow bullet holes into the transformers. Bot farm ain't even China anymore. Out here what takes like must have been the wind from the human. Yeah. Maybe, dude, maybe Train is right. Maybe I do have